International Women's Insolvency and Restructuring Confederation, IWIRC BVI Chapter, proudly hosted its inaugural Chart Your Course, Young Professionals Connect, an inspiring event dedicated to empowering and connecting young professionals within the financial services industry. The event, held on Thursday, October 16th, brought together a dynamic audience of emerging and established professionals eager to learn, share, and build meaningful connections. The event's highlight was a captivating panel discussion led by 4 young leaders in the financial services sector. With moderation by Chastity Leonard and Shay Alexander, the discussion offered an authentic look into professional journeys of the panelists, from their early career beginnings to their current successes. Senior analyst at Chris Global, Shane Stout, stressed the importance of networking for young professionals.
To me, what would make you stand out is your willingness to network and have conversations with your future employers. And coming to an event like this, I might be your future person that gives my boss the heads up. Well, yes, I think this individual is a good individual. You should hire that individual. So going to university is important, but networking is also important too as well, because there you meet your future boss. You have Shamira says she had a friend that told her, why don't you apply to my firm? So it's very important we network and we get around one another. You find a good mentor. Your mentor could have someone who works in the industry as well and say, well, I have this individual. I know she's a hard worker and I recommend her for the position. So networking is very important, and finding a good mentor.
The panelists acknowledged that it is not always easy to balance career and social or family life. However, they agreed that communication and a good support system is key to achieving success in both. Senior Associate at Walker's, Renelle Benjamin, stressed that young people must learn to say no, even though it may be harder than it sounds.
For starters, it depends on the type of relationship. I mean, if it's a healthy work environment, then it would be much easier for you to be able to deflect the workload onto someone who, is more, adept in handling it where you cannot. So it wouldn't just be no, it would be, under the guise of, is there any scope for me to do this at a later time? Or is this pressingly, screamingly urgent that you need this right now? Most of the times, in my experience, anything that is past 5 o'clock is not pressingly urgent. Persons will make it seem like they need it. They need to get this document out. It need to get reviewed so we can get the go ahead to file and serve, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You rush and you do it, and then tomorrow morning it's still there. 12 o'clock is still there. So where's the urgency? So I think it depends on. If it's a healthy work environment, then you wouldn't have an issue with trying to deflect that workload off. So it's as long as there's scope for it to, be pushed off to a later time, then that is how the no will come across, rather than just, no, can we do this at a later time? If not, then you have to decide at that point in time whether, you're able to make the sacrifice, which I think most persons in this particular industry will make the sacrifice.
Chart Your Course, Young Professionals Connect was made possible through the generous support of sponsors Bedell Kristen and Walkers, whose contributions helped bring the event to life.